Hello everyone. Good afternoon from Bharat. Although India is also the official name for the country where this body belongs, but I prefer the term Bharat more because it has more of the ancient connection to it. All right, so I do see a bit of the audio going a bit low here, so you will need to turn up the volume there, the speaker. All right. So thank you so much for joining up on the Angels 101 course, the 21 days. We had an amazing mediumship charity night yesterday, and we raised almost 7,000 INR, or $120 equivalent. Actually, $120 would still be more, something like $110. And all the funds shall go for charity. It was an amazing experience connecting with the deceased loved ones. Some of you asked me whether we're going to have such charity night again. Well, yes, we will have it next month, but the formal invites won't be sent out. We don't want to send out too many invites, if you're aware. So that would be updated at Oasis, facebook.com/OLO888. And talking about the 21-day healing ritual, today is going to be the day 20th for the 21-day offline healing ritual. This time, we're going to have a facility that you can put your name every single day instead of just in one go. This is to kind of remind the ego that it is connected to the grid in the offline transmission. And the second thing is it's also going to make it more appreciative. You know, you take time to appreciate the blessings, and so the blessings are magnified. It's simple as that. The details of the 21-day healing ritual shall be added every single day. So let's say today it's 8th of February. From 10th of February, I'm going to restart the 21-day healing ritual with other beings of light. So all of that would be updated at su.com, tsu.co, not .com, co. If you're not at Su, you can go to tsu.co, co/on, and for Nancy, ONLY, only SANU, and again for Nancy, only SANU 23 numerics. So this would be your invite code for Su. Okay, so thank you so much for joining in. It's the 4th of the class of the 21-day series Angel 101 course. I think this is also the first class of this year connected to the Angel 101 series. Now, all before that, I would like to share one more thing, is that few of you, I trained like, I guess, 48 people or so in the art of angel communication and training. We organize this angel camp once in a year in September, but from past 2 years I was just not guided to do it because, as you see, a lot of the concepts have shifted from the extreme right-handers to very moderate accepting ones. Now some of you might go, what is he talking about, extreme right-handers? Extreme right-handers would be something like, with all due respect to all the teachers out there, a lot of teachers say that in order to communicate with the angels, you need to be gluten-free all the time. You need to be dairy-free all the time. But, in my personal research and experience, I've observed that our human bodies are very individual, very unique. You just cannot put people into a cookie-cutter slab. You just cannot put. Trying to put that is kind of not recognizing one's uniqueness. All right? So I'm more of a moderate kind of facilitator, you can say. And there are many other things, just too long to share here. So the point is, because of that, inability to resonate to the extreme right-handed philosophies and all of that, we have come up with a new course. We should be having that course in 2017, and that would be the last live angel training. All of that would be now then available as the recording. Now, to come up for that, to sign up for that, it would be important that you have done the Angel 101 course 21 days, these 21 days. So what you are going through, all of you at Oasis, is actually you're going through a foundational training. Okay, so let's go ahead with our class 10. And I read somewhere that it's also the time of Jupiter ascending. Mercury retro is going to be over very soon, in 3 days or so. So it's a nice time. It's a wonderful time to grow and align and bring forth new concepts, new ideas, etc., etc. All right. So let's begin with our class formally with a short invocation for divine blessings. To the Supreme Essence, Divine Father, Divine Mother, our spiritual teachers, all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, holy saints, holy archangels, holy angels, beings of light, and all the great, great ones. We humbly invoke for divine guidance, divine love, illumination, divine oneness, abundance, peace, prosperity, spirituality, harmony, inner healing, divine help, and divine protection. We call for the Archangel Michael and the Band of Mercy to vacuum our personal energy fields, to vacuum the entire grid. All of us who have joined up from different corners of the globe to different timelines. Just take deep breaths. Allow Archangel Michael to uplift any and all fear-based energies into pure light from your personal energy field. We also request Archangel Michael to sever the drama-based cords or fear-based cords or energy-draining cords. You don't need that. That is not required. Although it might seem like an obligation, but in essence, in truth, you don't need it. Deep breaths. Breathing in the peace and love of God. Exhaling through the mouth all the anger, resentment, or guilt through the mouth into the light. Breathing in the love and light of God. Exhaling through the mouth all the anger, resentment that no longer serves. Once again, breathing in the love and light of God. Exhaling all anger, resentment-based energies. Continue with the cycle for a while. Be willing to exchange all anger for peace. Be willing to exchange all anger for peace. It's a better trade. Breathing in the love and light of God, feeling yourself filled with it. Allowing your consciousness drop into your heart. And visualizing a beautiful green light coming through your root chakra, the base of the spine and the soles of the feet. Going deep down to the earth, 3 meters or 10 feet down, developing tertiary and secondary roots. Helping you to be completely in this moment of now. With yourself, for yourself. Deep breaths. And opening your eyes. I'm not so sure if the song of the birds will come true, because there are many birds right now in my garden. I'm not so sure if that will come in the recording or not. I would have loved to do these classes outside in my garden, but I also don't want a lot of the sound of the road, the vehicles passing by. I guess it would be coming into the recording. All right, so here we are. So thank you everyone for joining in for the 4th class of the Angel 101 course. Thank you so much for amazing feedback, your willingness to continue with the Angelic Realm, to work with them, to continue to work with them. And if you're listening to this class offline, I highly recommend that you start with the class number 1 first. All right? Otherwise, people wonder or fear about, is it safe to connect with angels? Is it safe to connect with the archangels? What about the fallen angels? I've taken the time to answer a lot about it in the beginning classes. That's class number 1, 2, and 3. And the lecture part is partially uploaded. Actually, the entire lecture part is uploaded at the YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com and look for Narmada space Akshat. Feel free to invite your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be updated about the events. Okay. And one more thing, for the group healings, many of you asked me for the free group healings. Is it paid? Is it free? The free group healings we offer randomly. We try to offer it every single day. I mean, I'm talking about the live, this webinar kind of group healings. These are available live, free to public at TSU. Once again, tsu.co/ONLY, only 723. It's available there. Okay. So the Holy Archangel Ariel, some even pronounce the name as the Archangel Ariel. You may want to write down notes about connecting with Archangel Ariel. So what are the archangels? Who are the archangels? Archangels are like the big guys. These are like the managers. These make sure that the other members of the team, the Angelic Realm, are working in harmony, in order. Every archangel has a particular direction connected to them, a particular department, you can say. That's the better word. A particular department. So some are involved with healing art, some are involved with protection. Probably the most famous archangel is Archangel Michael. And the next one I would say would be the Archangel Metatron in the New Age. And Archangel Gabriel has been talked about in Holy Quran, in the Holy Bible as well. I remember one of my friends asked me, is Archangel Metatron same as Lord Indra? Now, there are various classes, or you can say types of celestial beings in the inner world. It's very interesting. It's like infinity. It's like infinite cosmic biology, if I can coin that term. Cosmic biology, and it's just vast, too vast for us to even take a moment to study it. But through intuition, through the right brain, through pure knowingness, the crown chakra, we can know a lot about it. But today our topic is going to be focused on the Holy Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the light of God, whose name is roughly translated as the Lioness of God, or the Lion of God. It is said when Archangel Ariel is around you, you would usually notice lions as signs, as symbols. The color connected to the Archangel Ariel is the color of, I would say, light pink. Now, talking about the colors, a lot of the channels and teachers vary in opinion as to what is the color of a particular aura of the archangel. I really don't want to go into that, this is the right color or that is the wrong color, okay? But I would like to tell you that, you see, simply because something is channeled, it doesn't mean it is true. That is the first thing. The second thing is, as Christ said, by the fruit ye shall know them. What it means is, if you want to experiment with the teachings of a particular teacher or a channel in the New Age, you have to look into their personal lives as well. I mean, how they're doing in their personal lives, financially, health-wise, relationship-wise, in the family, to society. That will really give you a knowingness, a feeling as to whether the teacher or channel is authentic or not. Now, having said all of this, it is also true that because we are living in the third dimension, the earth dimension, we will still have our own filters. And that's why we emphasize a lot on meditation, on focusing our energies on love and service. The very essence of the oasis is love and service. Love and service. A lot of teachers talk about character purification. I also talk about it in a lot of workshops. But if you feel overwhelmed with it, I have to do this, do that, do this, do that, meditate on the words love and service, and you are on your way on a fast track to, what many refer to as enlightenment or communion with God, experience of the Holy Spirit. People have different terms for it. Okay? Taking a deep breath. So we will not go into, this is the right color, that is the right color. I'm going to share my personal experiences as to how I saw the colors or felt the colors. Okay? So the color that I've usually seen with Archangel Ariel is the color of pink. A bit of pink. It's not bright pink, but it's like a pale pink energy. It's not lifeless pink, but it's almost like the light pink energy that you can see in the flowers, something like that. Still, it has a living quality to it. It has a moving quality. My first encounter with Archangel Ariel was when my father was on the deathbed. Almost 1 year he had to go through it, the physical health lessons. And a part of me was definitely wondering about who's going to take care of the family and this and that. So what I would usually see after my meditations, or usually up in the morning, like when I would wake up, or when I'd be studying very much focused, I would see a ball of light, literally in the 3 dimension, just like you're seeing a computer right now. A ball of light that was like one foot tall, or 12 inches tall, sometimes even 8 inches tall. And every time I would look at this ball, it would make me feel very comforted. I would feel a lot of soothing energy emanating through it. And this ball would not, be seen right in front, but like, I would say on a distance of 1 meter or so. And somehow I had a knowingness that this is something divine. I was not aware about archangels or angels, nothing about it. In fact, my very discovery to work with the angels was kind of accidental, divinely orchestrated. I will go into the story sometime if guided to. So there was not basically a human person to tell me that, these are the angels, these are the archangels, and that is how you work in. It was purely by chance, purely by synchronicity, whatever you like to call it. So that was my first experience. It took me a number of years to realize, oh, that was Archangel Ariel telling to me that all of your needs shall be provided for. The heaven is there to watch over, to guide and nurture. So Archangel Ariel is connected with a lot of things. Although we would be sharing the major characteristics, or you can say the departments of the archangels in the series, but I will not dare say that this is the only department. Okay? So the departments with Archangel Ariel is connected with is money, finances, career, finding urgent money, or when you actually need, you are just in dire need, you are a part of it going, what I would do, if this will happen, that will happen. It's also connected with earth magic, the connection with the very signs. I like to call magic, the capital M magic, as the signs of the inner worlds. The magic that I'm referring to right now is not something like the trick of hands, the sleight of hands as they call it. It's more of the understanding of the signs of how the energy works, of how the subtle energies work. Okay? So it's not the sleight of hand, not at all. So it's connected with earth magic. It's connected with the nature angels and nature devas, which are responsible for plants, animals, flowers. Just like we have garden angels, our pets are the garden angels as the nature angels. Some call them fairies or gnomes or sprites, sylphs, many, many names. We'll talk about them sometime if ever we are guided to. And what else? Also revealing the knowledge of the 5th dimension, 7th dimension and higher is also connected with the Archangel Ariel. As the name suggests, the lioness of God, this energy, this being is a lot connected with the energy of courage, with the energy of leadership, with the energy of power, with the energy of sustenance, with the energy of nurturing, with the energy of so much strengthened so as to be able to nurture others as well. In other words, to fill yourself so much to the point where you are overflowing, where you are automatically serving. You must have noticed that a lot of light workers who have achieved a certain state or in their consciousness, what I like to call it, initiations or states of consciousness, they like to serve more. They spend a lot of time in service. And some people just wonder why they don't make a lot of money out of it. But they spend a lot of time in service, a lot of time. So Archangel Ariel's energy, usually people refer to this energy as a feminine energy. You know, they're providing the sustenance, the lioness of God, as they translate the name usually. But remember that the archangels have no genders. They're not gender specific. We have genders in third dimension here, right? And even there are some beings still in the third dimension which can convert their genders. I mean, you know, they can be transformed from male to female or female to male. It's very interesting to notice it. So the archangels have particular kind of energies which could be feminine, which could be masculine. In other words, let's say the quality of nurturing, the quality of providing for, is a lot like a mother quality, right? So that's the reason many refer to Archangel Ariel as the she, you know, and of course the pink aura. But every time I use the word he or she for a particular archangel, know that I'm referring to the energy, not referring that this archangel is actually a lady or a man, something like that. All right? Take a deep breath. If these concepts, what I'm saying right now, is still feeling a bit odd, please go back to class number 1, 2, and 3 and come back to class number 4. As we progress through, the concepts of the classes would go deeper, bit more complicated, yet the more you understand them, they will become more simple, more deeper into your understanding, into your consciousness. So just like you can communicate with the guardian angels through thought, through prayer, through letters, request, just calling upon them, to dreams, in the same manner you can connect with any of the archangels. In today's meditation, we are going to connect with the Archangel Ariel through the form of meditation and invoke her divine intervention for our career, for our life purpose, for basically the energy of sustenance, the energy of money, the energy of supply, basically. The word that resonates very strongly to me right now, to Archangel Ariel, is not only money, but literally the energy of supply. Okay, so you can also say it's also connect with the energy of abundance and prosperity. No doubt it is the first class in 2015 of the Angel 101 course. You know, this is the year of 8, the year of abundance and prosperity. I've talked a lot about it already, right? So no doubt it has to be like this. It always amazes me when we begin to figure out the puzzle piece, you know, as to how the universe is communicating to us, that it all seems in right order. It all seems in, wow, it was the right order, all in perfect timing. And as you know, that we usually do not plan. I mean, 99.5% we do not plan. We do not plan our events. Okay. So that's the energy of Archangel Ariel. That's how you can connect with Archangel Ariel, the department, the needs that you have in that sense. Sometimes you can also experience the angelic or archangelic energies in the form of the fragrance. Like last night, after finishing the mediumship reading, I had this beautiful fragrance coming through, literally wafting through my room. And I'm not a perfume person. I'm not a person that is a big fan of perfumes, apart from the scent of the flowers, which is a different scenario, but I'm not a perfume person. So definitely there's no perfume in my room where I sleep. So it was a total wafting of the fragrance for a good 2 or 3 minutes or so. And I'm very sure you must have felt that as well in some of your meditations or with us something like that. This is just their way of saying, yes, we are here. So the color connected to the Archangel Ariel is pink, or pale pink, you can say. So if you are seeing a lot of pale pink through the corners of your eyes, or just a lot of colors in pale pink, or the pictures of lions or lioness randomly, especially when you have called forth the divine help of Archangel Ariel, what will happen? That means that this particular archangel is sending you signs that, yes, I'm working. One of the programs that I've worked with the spirit world for past few years is that this. Please repeat together. Take a deep breath. In this holy moment of now, I request my angels to send me signs and to remind me of their presence, even when I have forgotten to call upon them. Thank you, in full faith. This particular program really helps your consciousness to be aware. There are a lot of times it's almost like my habit to call upon the angels for everything, right from dreams to things, to technical stuff, everything. But there are times when I forget. And it's very amazing how this program works, where I will see a feather, I will see maybe a photograph, which is like an angel, or something like that, to remind my logical mind that, oh, I can call upon the angels. So this program is very, very useful to connect with the world of the angels. Now, if we really dare to talk about the archangels, we can really talk and talk and talk and talk, we can say, for years, and will not be finished. What I mean is, these archangels are huge beings. These are vast beings. When I say they have a part of the Department of Supply, it doesn't mean it's only about the Earth. It could also mean it's about the solar system. It could also mean about the galaxies. And if you just believe in the theory of probability, that there could be various civilizations in different planets, and various planets which are like Earth. And then on these Earths, different laws of physics, different laws of chemistry, different laws of biology, and different ways of being. Right? Take a deep breath. So we will not try to limit the understanding of the archangels from our, limited understanding. This is what happens when people try to conceptualize God in their own way and saying that this is my only way. So archangels, being the vast beings, although not the supreme God, they serve the supreme God. As mentioned, the supreme God is mentioned is the One, the Logos, Parabrahma, Tao, Allah, having no form. So these angels and archangels serve the supreme God. As I said in the previous classes, they're not about worshiping them. Okay? So these archangels are so vast and multidimensional that it's literally not possible for the limited human mind to understand them. What we are trying to do is kind of, although that's not the right analogy, it's almost like a blind person trying to figure out the way. It's almost like that. Although it's not the perfect analogy right now, but that's what I'm getting right now, to try to communicate to you the understanding of the vast multidimensional worlds of the archangels. By the way, I also did an archangel ritual, 15 days. Some of you are aware about that ritual. You need a white candle, a green apple, that's it. And a white candle, a green apple, and white flowers to prepare the altar and call for the archangels as your guest to be in your home for a certain number of days, usually 5 or 10 or 15. The one that I worked with was 15, and to request a divine intervention for your own things, your own issues, if you would say. Okay, if you're interested about that archangel ritual, drop me a message. I'll be very happy to send out the details to you. I'm not a ritualistic based person, but believe me, I've worked with this ritual for like second time in my life, and every time I do it, it's powerfully transforming. It's extremely, extremely powerful. So anyways, take a deep breath. Usually you would notice I'm asking to take deep breaths, especially today, because the energies that are flowing through in the grid today is higher, much more on a higher frequency. I'm still trying to figure out the words to translate to you. So it's not possible for us to understand completely the archangels, if you would say. All right? So here we are together, and we would connect with the energies of the Holy Archangel Ariel. And whatever I have talked about Archangel Ariel is not limited to whatever is said here. And the same applies for every single archangel we will work with. We will work with 15 more archangels in the coming days. Keep tuned to the Oasis for more information about it. Okay, shall we go ahead? So I'm going to give you a 1-minute break to have a glass of water and prepare yourself for the transmission. Make sure you're not having the noisy pets or children around you during this time. It's your personal time, especially those of you who are mothers. Ask your family to help you. It's okay for you to ask for help. All right? So I'm going to come back in 1 minute. Raise your hand when you're back. It's 12:43. Sorry, 42. You'll start at 12:43. Okay. All right, it's 12:43. Please raise your hand if you're back. You will find the hand raise button. If you're using Android, this facility is not there. Is everyone back? I think everyone would be back at 12:44. 4 is a sign of the Angelic Realm. It's a sign of the angels. All right, is everyone back? I think I'll need to pause the recording. We're taking a longer time. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording. Yes, so I checked in again with a friend, Me Too, and it seems that almost all of you have logged in via Android. That's the reason you're unable to respond. Okay, so let's go ahead with the transmission. The formal transmissions allow and attune your consciousness. The transmissions are more like, it's like one of the mentors would say, how to define it? Let's say, let's use the quality of generosity, okay? So imagine there are 100 points to develop the virtue of generosity, okay, in the soul, in your experience. Imagine there's a person who has embodied the points until 80. Okay, 80 out of 100. Imagine someone who is starting anew, who's like 1, 2, maybe 10. Then imagine this person who is on a generosity point of 80. He or she transmits the energy to transmission to the person who is on 1 or 10. And what happens? The person is accelerated in their own growth, supported in their own growth to the point of maybe 50, maybe even to the point of 70, or even to the point of 77. But the remaining steps have to be embodied, anchored to their own work, inner work, so to speak. So these transmissions work like that. So whatever that I've anchored and whatever that I will continue to anchor will be literally embedded. I'm using very technological language today. Is embedded in these transmissions and anchored into your beingness. Okay. One more thing, Archangel Ariel is also connected with sacred geometry, with clairvoyance, understanding the inner mysteries, the holy knowledge that was kept away from public for some reasons and still kept away. Like let's say the knowledge of generating electricity through the power of crystals and pranic energy, etc., etc., etc. For obvious reasons, for not to get into the wrong hands, if you would say. Archangel Ariel's energy is also connected a lot with plants, with crystals. If you would like to know more about crystals and plants and animals, this is the being that is supposed to help you in your quest of growing your knowledge. Okay, so let's go ahead with the transmission. I hope you're not going to be disturbed. Maybe there was a bit of the bird song recorded in the recording, not so sure. Do let me know, and I'd love to hear your feedback, your experiences. Although I'm not able to respond in full, like you send me a one-page message or a huge message, something like that, and I respond with a sticker or something like that, via Facebook or 2 or 3 words. Don't think that I'm not reading it. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. But please understand that it's not worth my time and energy to go ahead and respond back in the same words, in the same number of words there. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead.